Hello, and welcome to our first online lesson for Psychology 100, Introduction to Psychology. Today we'll be covering consciousness and the effects of drugs on consciousness. So before we begin, it's worthwhile to ask, what is consciousness, and try to define it. And the short answer is, we don't really know. We can think about consciousness in a couple different ways. So first we can tackle what we call the easy question, just describing what consciousness is, what kind of properties it has. And we can say that it has three properties. It's qualitative. That means it has a whatness or a way of being. It has feelings and qualities like it feels good or it feels bad. We remember things, we visualize things. There's content to consciousness. Secondly, it's subjective. It happens to me. There is a person who experiences consciousness, and that person is me. And only I can feel that. And thirdly, it's unified. We say it has unity. All of the aspects of consciousness, my sensations, my thoughts, my memories, my imagination, blend into a single unified whole. Then there's the hard question. What is consciousness from the point of view of the brain? How does the activity of neurons lead to these qualitative, unified, and subjective experience that we call consciousness? And again, the answer is, we don't really know. We do know that there are specific patterns of neuronal activity in specific parts of the brain that seem to be associated with particular qualitative states or conscious states. And we know that activity in the prefrontal cortex and the cingulate cortex are particularly important. But at this point, we don't know much more than that. So through today's lesson, we're going to explore what is consciousness, particularly by exploring different states of consciousness, such as those brought on by drugs. Hopefully, this and other information like it will help scientists in the future understand what consciousness is and how it relates to different patterns of brain activity. In this learning sequence, you will be presented with several items sequentially. They may be movies, websites, or brief readings. Please follow through each of them and then complete the sequence by answering the short questionnaire at the end. Those questions will count as your clicker points for today's lesson.